Dear students, our first chapter is about contract and what is contract, different principles of contract, essentials of contract. We discuss all these matters in the first module. And now we are moving towards a new chapter or some special contracts that includes bailment and pledge. Chapter 9 of the Contract Act includes this bailment and pledge. It's an important aspect, bailment and the pledge. This bailment means simply the transfer of possession of asset from one person to another. Transfer of goods from one person to another for some purpose. After the purpose is accomplished, the goods is returned back by the person to the original owner. Just like a contract, there are two parties in a contract. There is a promisor and the promisee. Unlike that also, in bailment also there is two parties, one bailer and the bailee. Bailer is the original owner of the asset and bailee is the person who now got the possession of the asset. So these two parties are in a bailment contract. It's a type of special contract. I give you an example. We delivers our cloth material to a tailor for stitching a shirt or churidar. In that case, we actually deliver the goods to the tailor for stitching a shirt or churidar. After the purpose is accomplished or after stitching the shirt or churidar, he returned the goods to us. And at the same time, we make the payment to the persons. So, in a bailment contract, both the bailer and the bailee get the benefit. The bailer get the benefit of getting the purpose accomplished, and the bailee got remuneration for that. So, in simply, the bailment means the transfer of goods from one person to another for some purpose. After the purpose is accomplished, the goods is returned back by the returned back to the original person by the person who got the possession now. And the bailer is the person who transfers the asset, and the bailee is the person who now got the possession of the asset. So these two persons are in the bailment contract. And some essential conditions of bailment contract. The first essential principle of a bailment contract is that transferability of possession. Here, only the possession is transferred from the bailer to the bailee. The ownership cannot be transferred. The possession is transferred from the bailer to the bailee for some purpose. And the ownership remains with the bailer himself. And secondly, there is a contract. Just like a contract, we know that there is a promisor and promisee in a contract. Just like that, in a bailment contract, there is a bailer and bailee. Bailer is the original owner of the asset, and bailee is a person now got the possession of the asset. And thirdly, there is this bailment must be for some purpose. We given the example of a tailor, and we give our clothes to the tailor for stitching. And here, the transfer of asset or transfer of goods should be for some purpose. And next principle is that return of goods. After the purpose is accomplished, the goods cannot be retained by the bailee. It must be returned by the bailee to the bailer, and the bailer makes payments for that. After stitching our shirt, the tailor return back our shirt to us, and we make payment for that. So actually the goods is returned back to us and the payment is made. And lastly, this bailment contract is only possible in the case of movable assets. It is not possible in the case of immovable assets. It is only possible in the case of movable assets. Because if it is an immovable asset, the possession cannot be transferred from one person to another. So in the case of immovable asset, it cannot be done. But in the case of movable asset, the transfer of possession is done. So there is 5 essentials. Firstly, there is transferability of possession. Then there should be a contract, and this delivery must be made for some purpose. And fourth one, the return of goods by the goods to the original owner. And lastly, it is possible only in the case of movable assets. So this is our first section regarding bailment. Bailment simply means transfer of possession of goods from one person to another for some purpose. After the purpose is accomplished, the goods is returned back to the original owner. And now you got 3 questions regarding this. And your first question is, what is bailment? And your second question, who is bailer, who is bailee? And your third question, the essential conditions of bail.